Oh, and very, very lastly, because I just missed this clip.
Oh, seagulls!
Quick fire segment. It's illegal to hunt whales in Oklahoma. It's a landlocked state.
Yeah.
There's no sea to be found, but it is illegal to be hunting whales.
We just wanted to make our stance clear.
We do not agree with hunting whales on land, at least.
Yeah.
If you find a whale in a puddle, don't hunt it.
Yeah. Because whales in Oklahoma are so rare.
yeah. Don't go out looking for whales in supermarkets.
Yeah.
Don't hunt them like Jumanji.
Yeah.
Just hunt them, in the sea in other countries, in other states, but not here. We're against it. We disagree with it. Blackfish. Apparently, SeaWorld can't get any new whales.
Probably not.
So they're just waiting for the last 3 to die.
Waiting for them to die, which is just
weird. Why are you dying and alone? Because of a documentary.
Why not just let them?
Yeah.
I know you can't. They can't let them go now because these whales don't know what they're doing. But
yeah.
there have been others who've released them into like very large kind of sanctuaries.
Yeah.
Where they've like cordoned off like a whole cove.
Yeah.
And they've got a couple of whales in there. Like just
do something like that.
Just do that. But apparently, I heard like Marineland, which is the Canadian equivalent of SeaWorld, is apparently just way worse. But they've never there's never been like a documentary about it. Like, everybody. Did you see Blackfish? No, it's horrific. Like it's just and it was incredibly effective. Like for a long period on Google Maps, you could go and look at SeaWorld and see like a very sad whale in a tiny tank, like just like and it was very, very effective documentary, and hopefully we're getting to a point now where it's just a thing that'll die out. Like,
you seen that Blue Planet 2 where those walruses are committing accidental suicide?
That
was pretty effective.
Yeah,
I had like some popular that get retweeted and posted about something.
I did see that, but I also read
whales jumping off cliffs or rolling off cliffs.
I read a counter argument that said
I think these walruses should be killing them.
No.
Straight pride. Walrus death pride.
No, but that said we've actually been aware of this for like a long time. Like it's been accounted for a couple of centuries, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's almost like a method of population control. Like it's not necessarily it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, like it's not a good thing. It's not nice. But it's not it's not because they're sad.
The effect of
like,
well, is it the effect that they don't want to add to the greenhouse effect? I don't want overpopulation. Yeah, there's like, overpopulation is the biggest polluter.
I'm going to take responsibility for my own methane and kill myself.
It just feels like they're doing it by accident, and it's just like the stupid dying off.
Yeah,
buying that, and the side
most
effect
of
is
the time
it controls
it's because
population.
there's not enough room
on the cliff.
Yeah, that's where they
move over, Greg.
Oh no, Greg.
Where's Greg? yeah. Slowly shuffling. It's the same thing as like saying like pandas
like
not recreating is a good thing. It's like, well, yeah, it's a thing. They're not recreating pandas.
Yeah,
but recreating. Yeah, recreate.
Procreating.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
recreating is like playing Tetris.
Yeah,
these pandas won't play Tetris. Bastards! Play Tetris, you prick! Forgot how much I love that phrase, and I saw myself saying it in last week's episode. I think the line was, "Dogs don't have lips to play trumpets, you prick."
Dogs can't play brass instruments.
You prick. Oh, love saying that. It's great. Anyway, that's me for this week.
Cool. All right. Well, let's just go.
Steve's collection of useless meanderings. Scum.
Scum. Charles Darwin ate every animal he ever discovered, seeking out birds and beasts which were unknown to the human palate. This is before he realised what evolution was or whatever. He was actually just like trying to find shit to eat. I haven't eaten that before. I'm going to eat that.
It's only wafer thin. Going around accidentally proving evolution.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just eating everything, and I'm top of this chain. So everything's fine.
Yeah. It's like, did you ever see the cartoon of Charlotte's Web?
Not to my memory.
Oh, never mind. There's a rat in that called Templeton who just eats everything. It's like that, but it's Charles Darwin.
Friends with a spine.
Yeah.
Evolution, mate. Evolution.
Yeah.
It's going around. I read something that there was a turtle so delicious that we ate it out of extinction. Like to the point where we were shipping, I think it was like giant turtles, tortoise or whatever.
Yeah, it's always things like that were too slow to get away. We did that with dodos as well. We hunted them to
nothing. They were just native to an island.
Yeah,
where there was just no predators.
With there was a big deal with like the Galapagos. I think the dodos. I might be wrong. I probably am, but I think the dodos were one of these species that was on the Galapagos Islands, and the Galapagos Islands had at no point in their lives encountered humans. So they didn't know what we were. There's no predators or anything, but they manage population by availability of food as opposed to being killed. Mm. So they would just walk up to people and people would just stab them.
You said you might be wrong.
I might be. I know that that's a part of how they died out. I just don't know if it was the Galapagos.
Okay. I made the redaction segment.
Bees can't work at the post office. Don't serve serial killers margaritas. Miranda rights are hilarious.
Yeah.
And there was a Hitler one that rubbed out.
Yeah, it was like Adolf Hitler promo ? And then, nah, we'll put it in. So for those listening, that was just like a chalkboard, somebody writing redactions, and it's going to be writing all the redactions that we've ever done.
Yeah.
I couldn't find yours. I swear you've done more than I have. So I might need to get your redactions that you've done.
Yeah, I think
something about like someone who was in a film that you thought was somebody else.
I think my redactions, I've only done them once or twice, but I think they were at the start of one of the episodes.
That's what I thought. Looking through them, and it's just hard to find a 20-second redaction in it.
Yeah.
But that's the same. And it's just someone writing on a chalkboard, and it's just going to be writing all that stuff. So I think it kind of works.
Oh.
So it might be on there.
It nearly came back to me. I know what it was.
You thought someone was in a film and it was a different actor or something. I think that was like your first one.
Oh, Barbara Streisand. It was the Barbara Streisand is in Hocus Pocus. It's not.
Right, yeah.
Bette Midler.
Right, cool.
That was it.
I'm trying to find that. Was that videoed? I feel like that was videoed.
It was.
Yeah.
It's recent.
Yeah. So that might end up being on this list. We'll keep in touch. I'll update it.
Fun. All right. 3% of all movies in the 60s featured quicksand.
Well, the problem is, once you introduce quicksand into the movie themes, if you try and get away from it, it only pulls you in further.
Yeah. So we're lucky it was only that much.
Yeah, it could have been everything.
I remember when I was a kid, like, quicksand was very much more of a threat than it is now.
Yeah. It was always just like, that's going to be the end of you. Just walk into that. And it's horrible.
I think it might have been because there was games that I played that had quicksand. There was a Donald Duck game
we just played tennis.
that I played that had quicksand on the Mega Drive. I mean,
yeah.
And maybe some kinds of Sonic games had quicksand in them as well.
Yeah,
it was a very real threat.
It was
an 8-year-old.
Everywhere. And it is weird because it's sand, isn't it? And sand's time, so it's like time.
Just drags you down,
drown you in time.
Oh, the metaphors.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg has an AI assistant named Jarvis who is voiced by Morgan Freeman. Because fucking of course he does.
Why isn't it done by Michael Fassbender? If you're going to go to the extent of getting Jarvis, which was Iron Man's assistant, who was also artificial intelligent, just get Fassbender in. Why have you got Morgan Freeman?
I guess just because you can.
If
you got that much money, I mean, short of actually paying Morgan Freeman to just sit in your office all day and do paperwork.
Just read out all these different... It's not that hard. It's only 5 minutes of stuff. Do you remember when voice activation first came out? And it was like, you have to read these sentences.
Yeah.
So it's like 5 minutes of or 10 minutes of reading these sentences. And then it understood you. That's probably all Morgan Freeman had to do. was just say, like, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
You've got mail.
And it just morphs everything into now it can say anything.
Yeah.
It's easy work, I guess.
Yeah.
Charge a high price. Not everyone can have Morgan
Did you see
Freeman.
that thing that Joe Rogan put out a few weeks ago?
Which one?
Where he's now talked so much that there's a team of people who've put like hours and hours of footage of him talking into a machine, and they can now make the machine say anything that they want it to, and it sounds exactly like Joe Rogan.
Oh, I haven't heard that one. No.
Yeah, it's and like he
Joe
posted
Rogan
a thing
machine.
about it. He's like, well, this is what I get, I guess.
1,000, 1,200 episodes or whatever.
Yeah. And it's not like it's just picking out like words that he said and
just
structuring them
sounds
into a
right.
sentence. Like it actually just sounds
Sounds
like
like
Joe
him.
Rogan. Yeah, it's learnt what he sounds
The
like.
deep fakes, isn't it?
Yeah.
That are just getting more and more realistic.
Just fucking
They
weird.
started off as fucking on Conan O'Brien's show in the 90s of just like a photo with the mouth cut out.
Yeah.
With someone going, "Rah, rah, 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 rah."
Oh my god, that's going right.
And then it just got like more and more CGI'd.
Yeah.
Now we're here. The point where you can make a video of anybody saying anything. What was the big thing? Putting celebrities into porn.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Like, I think Natalie Portman was the one, I think, of putting her face on.
Yeah.
Porn
Yeah.
stars
I
or
think
something.
that as far as I'm aware, the companies actively hunt those out and delete them.
Yeah.
Because obviously
The
it's
companies. The deepfake, not the porn company. We're going to get out there and kill Natalie Portman.
No, don't delete the people.
Yeah,
Like,
the deepfakes need to go out and remove the stuff for it. But apparently it's just, it's a really simple process. I was tempted to try it out.
yeah.
Like for some stupid funny video, and it was like apparently it's literally just hey, just let this website run a couple of algorithms, and the longer you let it run, the better the deepfake is.
Yeah.
It's like, that seems really easy,
Yeah.
odd, but okay.
It's I'm afraid to kind of venture into it. Like I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know how good it is.
Do a deepfake of me on you. Just
Yeah.
like, ah!
There are over 1 million penguins who live in the Falkland Island minefields because they're too light to set off the mines.
Not because they love the area.
No.
Well, I guess
Which is-
again controls population. If you start
It's
getting
fantastic.
obese,
Yeah.
save the health system of the penguins.
Great way to tackle
Boom.
health issues. Yeah. Perfect.
That would spawn some weird religions amongst the penguin community, right? Melissa exploded last week.
Yeah.
Well, she did have that extra fish. If you have too much fish, you explode. Says the fish gods. Really paranoid, really tribal penguin. Stop, you one of the exploders. What? The Falkland Islands. Were we ever going to go on their land? I don't know. I guess we did.
I don't know anything about that whole thing.
The only thing I know is the joke is that our artillery fired further than their artillery.
Mm.
So we just stayed out of range of their artillery and bombed them to shit.
All right. That's funny.
Yeah. So that was just like, yeah, that's what it was. And yeah, it's just like a little English island that I think won independence.
Oh,
A
right,
British
okay.
island that won independence.
Yeah.
Don't know any more about it, but I want to know more. If you know more about the Falklands Islands,
Yeah.
send
Maybe.
us a message.
Yeah. Maybe we'll look it up. Probably
Yeah,
not.
maybe.
Redacted.
Quick fire.
Something to be fucking do.